Hi folks, and welcome back to How to Play Sol 3. In our running series here, we're going to continue on now that we've shown how to start the game. Our next goal is to go phase by phase and go through a full turn. So in this video, we're going to go over the command phase and the draw phase. They're both fairly simple. The command phase, however, is the most important phase of the whole game, as it's what gives you your command, which is your resource for playing pilots over here, or playing tactics cards here. So now, at the start of the command phase, first off, any command that you had previously had, so in future turns during the game, say we had had 2 leftover command points from a previous turn, first off you get rid of all of that, so you always go back down to 0. Then you take the command values on all of your crew cards, so we've got a +3, a -1, a 0, and a +1, which equals out to +3, and gain that much command. Now, sometimes there will be additional modifiers that will change how much command you generate. Sometimes they're on capitals themselves. Sometimes they're on the damage that you take as capitals take damage. Sometimes you'll have additional modifiers from pilots or from tactics cards. Other than that, though, that is the basics of the command phase. Fairly simple, but very important. And then second off, the draw phase. Once again, fairly simple. At the start of the draw phase, if you have... at the start of the draw phase, you must draw a card. If you have 6 or more cards in your hand before you draw, you must discard down by 1 card. So if you have 7 cards in your hand, you must discard 1. If you have 8 cards in your hand, you must discard 1. This means, however, that you can stall out having to draw if your deck's getting low by having a large number of cards in your hand, as you do not have to draw a card unless you have less than 6 cards in your hand. So to recap, if you have 6 or more cards in your hand, when you start the draw phase, you must discard by 1 card. So from 6 to 5, from 7 to 6, 8 to 7, etc., etc. And then after you have discarded, if you have less than 6 cards in your hand, you then must draw a card. So in this case here, we have 4 cards in hand. We're going to go ahead and draw a card. And there we go, that's the draw phase. And that concludes this video. It was a fairly simple, but just wanted to cover those 2 phases. And in the next video, we will cover the ship phase and how ships move. We won't be covering attacks yet, but we'll be kind of going over the basics of attacks. And we'll cover attacks in a separate video. See you guys soon. Look forward to seeing more videos from us.